Last month, a guy brought his 2020 Model 3 to my shop. 3 years old, 78,000 miles. Battery degradation, 30%. Not the normal 5 to 10% you would expect. 30. That's a $20,000 battery pack replacement staring him in the face, and he had no idea what caused it. It turns out 7 habits he thought were normal Tesla ownership were systematically destroying his battery from the inside out. Today I am breaking down the exact driving habits killing Tesla batteries faster than normal wear and tear. Some of these will surprise you. At the end, I will show you how to check your actual degradation in a hidden service menu most Tesla owners do not even know exists. Let us dive in. Habit number 1, supercharging, like it's free money. Look, I get it. Superchargers are fast, convenient, sometimes free if you got the referral credits. But here is what is really happening inside your battery pack every time you plug into that red and white stall. Supercharging pushes massive current into your cells. We are talking 150 kilowatts or more on V3 chargers. That is not a gentle charge, that is a fire hose. Every high-speed charging session generates serious heat inside the battery pack. Your cooling system kicks in, but there is only so much it can do when you are dumping that much energy that fast. Heat is the enemy of lithium-ion cells, period. I opened up a Model S battery pack last year from a man who supercharged daily for 2 years. The cells near the cooling channels looked fine. The ones in the middle of the pack were swollen. Capacity loss across the board. Internal resistance had climbed so high, the BMS was throttling output just to keep them from overheating. Here is the truth. Tesla's battery management system is incredible, but it cannot defy physics. Every supercharging session is a trade-off. You get speed, but you are aging those cells faster. If you are supercharging more than once or twice a week, you are shortening your battery's lifespan. Period. Charge at home on level 2 whenever possible. Your battery will thank you in 5 years when you still have 90% capacity instead of 70%. Habit number 2, the 100% full charge myth. Tesla literally tells you not to charge to 100% daily. It is in the manual, it is on the screen, it is in every forum. And yet, I still see people doing it every single night. Here is why that is killing your battery. Lithium-ion cells are happiest between 20% and 80% state of charge. When you push them to 100% and hold them there, you are keeping them in a high-voltage, stressed state. The chemistry does not like it. Cells degrade faster when they sit fully charged, especially in heat. I had a Model Y owner come in complaining about range loss. 18 months old, down 15% capacity already. I pulled the charging logs, 100% every night sitting in his hot garage in Arizona. Those cells were cooking themselves overnight, every night, fully charged and stressed. You know what the sweet spot is? An 80% daily limit and charge to 100% only before road trips. That is it. Use the scheduled departure feature to finish charging right before you leave, not at midnight when the car sits for 8 hours fully topped off. Tesla engineered these packs for longevity, but only if you follow the rules. Ignore them and you are buying a new battery pack in year 5 instead of year 10. Now here's the flip side nobody talks about. Habit number 3, running to 0 constantly. Some people think the opposite strategy works. Keep it low. Charge only when needed. Stay in the sweet spot. Wrong. Deep discharging is just as bad as overcharging, maybe worse. Every time you run your Tesla below 10%, you are stressing the weakest cells in your pack. Here's what happens. Your battery pack has thousands of individual cells. They are not perfectly identical. Some are slightly weaker. When you deep discharge, those weak cells hit their voltage floor first. The battery management system tries to protect them, but physics wins. Those cells take damage. I have torn down packs where certain cell groups showed significantly higher internal resistance than others. Those were the cells that got hammered by repeated deep cycling. The owner swore he never abused the car. It turns out he routinely drove it down to 5% before charging. He thought he was being smart, avoiding overcharging. Instead, he was killing the weakest link in his pack. That weak link drags down the whole pack's performance. Once a few cell groups fail, the battery management system has to throttle the entire pack to protect them. Your range drops, your power drops, and you are stuck with a degraded battery that is only a few years old. Keep your battery between 20% and 80%. That is the zone where lithium-ion cells live longest. And hey, quick thing, if you do not want to miss next week's video where I show you the 5 warning signs your Tesla battery is about to fail, hit subscribe. 90% of you watching are not subscribed. If this just saved you from a $20,000 mistake, smash that button. Habit number 4, ignoring temperature warnings. Tesla's battery thermal management system is one of the best in the industry. But it is not magic. Extreme temperatures still wreck batteries, even with active cooling and heating. Here is where people screw up. Supercharging in winter without preconditioning. You roll up to a supercharger on a freezing morning, the battery is cold soaked overnight, and you plug in. The car starts charging, but it is slow, 20 to 30 kilowatts maximum. You are frustrated. Why so slow? Because your battery is ice cold, and the battery management system is protecting it from damage. Here is what most people do not realize. Cold charging creates lithium plating on the battery anodes. That is permanent damage. It reduces capacity and increases internal resistance forever. Your battery literally gets worse every time you cold charge without preconditioning. Use the navigation to route to a supercharger. The car preheats the battery on the way. Charging speed jumps to 150 kilowatts and you are not destroying your cells. Simple fix, massive difference. Summer is just as bad. I pulled a battery pack from a Model 3 in Texas last summer. The owner parked it outside, black interior, 110-degree days. Battery thermal management was running constantly, just trying to keep the pack under critical temperature. After 2 summers, capacity was down 18%. Heat accelerates every degradation process in a lithium-ion cell. Electrolyte breakdown, separator damage, anode corrosion, all of it. Park in shade when you can. Use cabin overheat protection. Let the car manage its temperature. Fighting extreme heat costs energy, but ignoring it costs your battery. Habit number 5, ludicrous mode addiction. Look, I love a good launch as much as anyone. Watching a Model S Plaid rip to 60 in under 2 seconds never gets old. But every full throttle launch is a stress test for your battery pack. Here is what is happening. When you floor it, the battery dumps insane current to the motors. We are talking 600 to 700 amps or more. That is a massive C rating draw. C rating measures how fast you are discharging relative to capacity. High C ratings generate heat and they stress the cells. I have seen battery packs from performance Model 3 owners who launched constantly. Internal resistance was through the roof. The battery management system started limiting power output to protect the weakest cells. The car felt slower than new, not because the motors changed, but because the battery could not deliver the same peak current anymore. One owner came in furious. He said, "My Plaid feels like a long range now." I checked the logs. Over 3,000 hard launches in 2 years. His battery pack was cooked. Cells were so degraded the battery management system would not let him pull full power anymore. Occasional hard launches? Fine. The car is built for it. But daily drag races and constant ludicrous launches are trading instant gratification for long-term capacity. Those cells can only handle so many high-stress cycles before they give up. Drive it hard sometimes, sure. Just do not make it a daily habit, or you will be buying a new battery pack while your buddy who drives like a grandma still has 95% capacity. Habit number 6, wrong regenerative braking settings. This one surprises people. Tesla gives you regen options, low or standard. Most people pick low because they do not like the one-pedal driving feel. Big mistake. Here is why. Regen braking is not just about slowing down. It is about managing battery temperature and charge cycles. When you use low regen, you are relying more on friction brakes. That means less energy recovery, more brake dust, and more heat cycles from charging separately later. Standard regen keeps energy flowing back into the battery constantly. It is smoother for the battery's thermal management system. I pulled data from 2 identical Model 3s. Same year, same mileage, same climate. One used standard regen, one used low. The low regen car had 12% more degradation after 3 years. Why? More frequent charging sessions to compensate for lost regen energy. More heat cycles from charging. Less efficient battery usage overall. Standard regen is how Tesla designed the car to work. It maximizes efficiency and minimizes unnecessary thermal stress. Get used to one-pedal driving. Your battery will last longer and you will charge less often. It is a win on every level. Habit number 7, vampire drain neglect. Your Tesla does not just sit there when it is parked. It is checking for updates, running sentry mode, monitoring systems, and staying connected. All of that drains the battery slowly. We call it vampire drain. Most people do not think about it until they come back from a 2-week vacation and their battery is down 30%. Here is where it gets bad. Sentry mode alone can drain 1% per hour in high traffic areas. That is 24% per day if you are parked somewhere busy. If you are at the airport for a week, you could come back to a nearly dead battery. And remember what I said about deep discharging? It is terrible for the cells. Even worse, constant wake-ups from the Tesla app. Every time you check your app, the car wakes up. The screen turns on, systems activate, and the battery drains a little. Do that 10 times a day and you are adding measurable drain. I had a customer who obsessively checked his app 20 to 30 times a day. His vampire drain was triple the normal rate. After 6 months, his idle battery loss was so bad he could not park for 2 days without losing noticeable range. Disable sentry mode. When you are parked long-term, stop checking the app constantly. Let the car sleep. Your battery will hold its charge better and you will avoid unnecessary wear on the cells. Before we wrap up, here is your bonus tip. Most Tesla owners have no idea how much their battery has actually degraded. You see the range estimate, but that is not the real number. Sit in your car, shift to park, and hold down both scroll wheels on the steering wheel for 10 seconds. The screen reboots. When it comes back up, tap the Tesla T at the top, tap software, and then hold down additional vehicle information for 5 seconds. A service menu appears. Scroll down to battery health. You will see your actual remaining capacity in kilowatt hours compared to the original specification. That is the real number. If you bought a long range with 75 kilowatt hours and you are down to 60 kilowatt hours, you have lost 20% of capacity. Most people have no clue until they check this menu. Do it now. If you are below 85% capacity and your car is under warranty, document it. Tesla's battery warranty covers you if you drop below 70% in 8 years, but you need to prove the degradation started early. Now that you know the 7 habits destroying Tesla batteries, there is one more thing you need to understand. Battery degradation is not always from driving habits. Sometimes it is a manufacturing defect, a cooling system failure, or a bad cell group from the factory. In my next video, I will show you the 3 warning signs your Tesla battery is about to need a replacement, what Tesla does not tell you about warranty coverage, and how to fight back if they try to deny your claim. Click the video on screen now before you forget.